Welcome back. A treasured fairy tale is making waves right here in the Lowcountry. The Palmetto City Ballet is set to debut a world premiere production of The Little Mermaid this weekend. Fox 24's Emma Engel spoke with dancers and the artistic director about everything you can expect to experience if you go to the show.
Rehearsals are underway for the Palmetto City Ballet's upcoming production of The Little Mermaid at the City Theater. Dancers and artistic leaders are putting their own creative spin on the story, telling it entirely through movement. The cast of The Little Mermaid is hard at work, bringing an underwater classic to life with a bold new twist right here in Charleston. The Palmetto City Ballet is set to debut a world premiere production of The Little Mermaid, an original ballet created specifically for this company and the cast. Artistic director Jonathan Tabbert says building an original ballet from the ground up is a rare opportunity.
It's a world premiere, and that's one thing that's also really unique for this cast is getting to create this ballet on these specific dancers is really unique in and of itself, and it's an opportunity that dancers don't get all the time. So it's been a lot of fun.
Victoria Bevel, who plays The Little Mermaid's mother, says while many audience members remember The Little Mermaid, this ballet blends those familiar elements with new depth and inspiration from the original story.
I would say that our version definitely maintains all of the characteristics of the Disney version that people know and love, the 1989 film, but it also brings in a few elements from the original Hans Christian Andersen tale, including the fact that the Little Mermaid gets to go to the surface for the first time for her birthday at the beginning of the ballet, which is a really beautiful scene with all of her mer sisters and her mother and the Little Mermaid. And aside from that, we still have the crab and a lot of the characters that people love from the film.
Bevel says this story isn't just about adventure. It's about love, sacrifice, and knowing when to let go.
The main moral of the story really comes into play between the mother and the Little Mermaid, because as her mother, I want to keep her with me under the sea because I love her so greatly. But throughout the story, you start to see that the Little Mermaid's never going to be happy in the ocean. She really needs to go out to the land to be happy.
Natasha Nast, who plays the Little Mermaid, says their characters have a very strong bond to one another.
And I think that the Little Mermaid loves and respects her mother as the queen as well, and I think that even with all of that, she still just feels incomplete. And I think the queen, the mother, feels a sense of duty to provide for her daughter in a way that maybe she hasn't considered before.
Tabbert says without any dialogue, dancers must rely entirely on expression to tell the story.
It's definitely a very unique skill, translating the story to the audience without words. And obviously they have to rely on their ballet technique to, be great ballet dancers, but to be artists and storytellers, they have to have acting chops.
Tabbert says rehearsals for the company's shows move very quickly, with their next ballet already in the works. We have one more show in our spring season. It is a Bridgerton-inspired ballet, and we are collaborating with live musicians, so that is very, very exciting. It's called Dearest Reader. The world premiere of The Little Mermaid takes the stage March 14th at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. and March 15th at 3 p.m. at the City Theater. For more information, visit palmettocityballet.org. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram at Palmetto City Ballet. I'm Emma Engel, Fox 24 News Now.